Hello, it is Amnian Nights, and we are back with episode 46, did we just say? Got to wrap it all up in 4 sessions. We ended last session with people being upset with each other. It was a lot of emotion last week in the aftermath of Atticus's departure and Cire's sense of overwhelming betrayal. But today, this morning, we are about to set off on our next jaunt for the Adventurers League, kind of. Information gained from the Adventurers Guild, not League, that's sweaty players. Guild is the group who sent you. The location of the hill giantess, Hestine, who you want to recover a key for the Knight of Bahamut from, to regain access to their fortress, to help you in your effort against Sendax. So yeah, we are going to join up the next morning at the Adventurers Guild. I'm just dragging everybody out there, making sure there aren't multiple versions of you, as there always are. Did you reach final decisions, by the way, I can't remember, on who will be partnered with who for the upcoming escapades? I set the system up for those who are watching, where instead of juggling multiple NPCs in combat, when they have companions for the sort of stuff they're going to do now, that companion will effectively be a buff that one player has, but will give them a benefit. Do we know who is partnering with who?
I think we decided Soldiel would go with Siri, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I get Haviland.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, let's pick up outside the guild. So yeah, it is morning. You have assembled. And Haviland has sorted out a few horses and a cart, or a carriage, a little open top wagon, to pull you along the way, those who want it. I got 3 horses, so I wasn't sure if Obsidian would ride a horse, or if he would just uncomfortably and awkwardly try and keep pace on foot beside the group. He's kind of
probably could.
But yeah, we have some horses and a wagon. Is there any last moments you want to do before you set off? You've been told that Hestine's stronghold is almost directly north of Athkatla, in the lower cloud peaks, which are the mountains to the north. You know that there is an old dwarven mining stronghold, long since abandoned, that you need to pass through to make your way up the mountains, and then that Hestine is said to have a large tower tucked away in those hills. Being on horseback, you'll probably get to the foothills by nightfall, where you'll need to leave the horses behind, hitch them, and head up on foot.
What do the horses look like, and what are their temperaments?
Well, I'd drag
And
them
what
onto
shall
this...
we name them?
I'd drag them onto this map, but they're wildcard images, so if I drag them on here, they'll change on the next one. So let's just start. I've already got another scene set up. Let's talk about those horses.
Oh no.
And what we think that they look like.
That's absolutely the one I would have chosen.
This was my initial setup. We can change if people are unhappy with any element of this, and we'll save it.
The only element that I'm unhappy with is that Obsidian is the one who's in charge of where Pip goes.
Syria does have land vehicle proficiency, so I would actually like to be the one leading the car, if that's okay.
Cool. I really like.
I don't need to.
Anyway.
This happens in real time.
Yeah, I don't.
They stand and jump and swap horses.
I wasn't going to steal the horse. I was just, if Obsidian wants that horse, he can have that horse. Although I would say he looked quite fetching on the darker horse. And
I don't think Obsidian cares, but I like it.
Yeah, Pip, even climbing into the cart, looks nervous about this whole situation, and is a little on edge. And I'm sure Sire would be reminded that Atticus was not a fan of horses either.
Don't worry, I've done this before.
Oh yes, I trust you.
Just hold on to something. Don't walk around. No sudden movements.
He looks like he's constantly braced to leap from the car if necessary.
So I know mechanically they're just like a bonus, but I assume Suldiel and Hallam are actually like on their own horses as well.
Yes. So they're here for RPing with. They're just not tokens on the map, and we're not going to do things like, oh well, I'm going to have Suldiel run of it. No.
I wasn't sure if they were just like with us or
no, they're not.
Or
they're not sat at home sending you positive energy.
No,
for you to
I meant
manifest
like
in combat.
buddying up on the horses or something.
No, they would. I would imagine there's another horse that has both of them on.
Is Haviland riding?
Yes. It's his. This is his idea.
Cool. I've never seen a kobold ride a horse, and now I won't get to. This is a flimsy rope you've attached to the cart.
Hey, I drew that. That's a drawing tool. If you don't like it, you can absolutely have a couple more.
Oh, two. Yes, yeah. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit better.
Makes me hungry for spaghetti.
Oh, I miss my brother.
You just hang, Sire.
I don't know how to target delete individual drawings. There we go.
Yeah, at some point, Sire just like rolls off the horse and lets the cart roll over her. She goes like, "It's too hard." No, but before we went, do we know if it was cold? Like, can we just make sure we have like blankets and winter clothes or whatever? Like,
yeah,
I don't want to get there and maybe like
if you ask that, you're sort of told like it's the Cloud Peaks, it's not Icewind Dale, and like although Sire didn't, the others would know what the real North cold is like from when they went to Riversmoot. Yeah, you are told that it might snow a bit, but it certainly isn't like frostbite.
Well, as the person on the head of this little convoy and the one with ridiculous passive perception, Seer's just gonna keep an eye out. Be quite alert, the surroundings. You know what? If I see a bump on the road, I will try to avoid it, just for the comfort of the passenger. No, I'm not saying you notice. I'm just saying I might just do that.
That was me, not Pip.
Tell me of your horses, Obsidian.
Do I have several of them?
Well, tell me of your horses. We will begin with
one on each.
Yeah, he's riding one. He's got one for lunch.
So, I mean, Obsidian will certainly, contrary to Sire and somewhat uncharacteristically for himself, will mostly focus on the horse currently, as
really thought you were going to say side saddle.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that befits Obsidian. Not sure how the tail figures into all that, but Not even gonna ask. Obsidian's horse. What it's like? I don't know, man. Obsidian is probably mostly... Well, he's not scared of the horse. He's just very unsure about not having his feet on the ground. That's a very unusual situation for him.
Is Obsidian more like I am, where it's like, I don't know, man. It's a fucking horse. How complicated a personality can it be? It's just a horse.
Yeah, probably. Like it's less the horse itself, more just not being in full control of the movement of his body. Just sort of strange little thing. Because he's not like completely useless with animals, as the goat proves. He has his ways. I don't know. I imagine the horse might be the more stressed one in this current situation. Might be somewhat skittish with a giant lizard on his back. It's probably a little bit of a rough rider.
Okay. And yeah, Haviland told you that this horse had a name he was given when he picked it up from the stables. Would you like to choose what that horse is called?
I mean, Obsidian will definitely just refer to his horse as horse. So
okay, so we have horse.
How long before these poor horses are eviscerated?
Asha, tell us of your horse.
My horse
Oh,
is.
she's written backstory. Fucking hell. Didn't do it for a character.
My
She's done
horse
it- she's
is
done it
clearly-
Luke and I are like, yeah, horse roleplay.
Listen, my horse is clearly a painted horse, which is great. It's great. I think this horse is probably the kind of horse where if we were hiring these, they probably would have given us like horses that are old hats at this. So very calm horse. She is that kind of broken in where like you make the slightest adjustment and she knows what you mean. You pull at the reins just a little and she's like, yep, over here. Yep, okay. You know, like you even move back in your saddle and she'll like kind of slow. Just one of those where it's just easy and you're immediately in sync.
Absolutely killing this one first. Okay, what's your horse's name, Asha?
I don't know what my horse's name is because I'm not going to name a horse that's already been living for so long. Already has a name,
Haviland-
I am sure.
Haviland tells you he already knows this horse's name.
What is this horse's name?
Lucky.
Amazing.
Siri.
Lady Luck.
Syria might just corner of her eye spy at Obsidian, tries to resist the urge, but cannot, and will go like, just try not to be so tense on the reins. You're pulling his mouth. Just try to loosen up and match his rhythm with your body. Okay.
No. He bunches the reins tighter.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense what Asher said about them being slightly older. I think Avalon said this one's name was Clover because she likes eating clovers. She's always did as a little pony. I think she's a bit of a larger size, which kind of suits Sire, and she's quite alert. Ears forward and sideways. She's got a bit, she's I'm not throwing knives at Obsidian's horse, but she's definitely seems like she has the vitality to leave this convoy.
Okay. Then yes, these are your horses. Long may they live. And you are making your way north. The roads are definitely a bit thinner and less well travelled than when you took the trade road east for a while on your way up to trade meet. You were going for quite a while. You were travelling down one of the main roads of the region, even though one could be mistaken for thinking that it looked just like this map. But I assure you, it's very, very different. And isn't just the same map of different trees. But yeah, it is a full day at the current pace. Going much faster than this threatens to brutalise Pip in the back of the wagon. In the wagon, Pip, I picked that wagon just because I thought, well, it's enough storage space for any travel supplies you wanted. There aren't any beds in there. Anybody who wanted to pack up any sort of like camping gear would have had time and notice and could have loaded it in here. But yeah, you do all know that this wagon and the horses can only make it to the base of the mountain, and then you'll be tying it up there for hopefully no longer than a day. You're told there's a very small, like outpost, which is little more than a game warden who maintains the stables for hunters going into the mountains so that horses aren't just left tied up for bears and things to come and get. So yeah, anything we wish to discuss as we ride for the day, or do we just want to jump ahead?
Asher, since she's kind of in the back and also had her entire every piece of laundry she owns aired last session, she's just gonna pull out her fire moss while she's sitting in the back and just partake while they're just riding about. Very chill, almost too nonchalant about it. Yeah.
Since I'm in a position where I don't have to focus on the road, do I get a chance to spot that?
I am not hiding it.
She is not hiding it.
Oh. Well then.
I've also added the Hunter's Lodge to the map, just north of Athkatla on the Faerun map, just to give some context of what sort of direction we're heading. Is there a mind date? I need to hit J. No, they are coming soon. I just showed you the preview of Ashes so far.
That's fine. Oh, that's the local map. Beirut. Ah, yes, Hunter's Lodge.
Oh, close. Okay.
Yeah.
When do we expect to be there? On horseback?
So again, you will get there late
was
afternoon.
looking at my horse.
This is before we even had horses. You'll get there late afternoon and start your ascent up into the hills. You're told that if you make good timing, you'll probably have to spend one night in the hills halfway up.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the stoat doing? Where's the stoat? Did you leave the stoat?
In the pocket of my cloak.
Just getting secondhand fire moss.
The cloak is closed, but yes. It's not like a very billowy smoke. It's a pretty like short, like little, because it literally like smokes as you like rub it between your fingers. So it's a pretty quick little. It's not like some smoked substances.
What is the stoat's name?
I haven't figured out one yet. I don't know yet. Right now it is stoat, I guess. Is that what we called it? Like, is that what we identified it as?
Yeah, stoat.
Definitely a stoat.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no.
Mink.
I did come up with a name. It was Mink. I remember.
Mink the Weasel.
It could be once he eventually gets a goblin kill, we have to call him Mink the Merciless. At that point.
Yeah.
Is the sex of the weasel confirmed?
I mean,
I don't know how to tell that.
I mean, it's pretty simple.
Well, sometimes you need to wait until some things drop. Everything looks very confusing down there.
But also, I haven't been gone lifting any tails or anything like
It's like,
that.
oh,
What, you weren't curious?
No.
It's only a babby.
Every every time we stop, you know.
You could take it to the weasel sector.
Yeah.
The
That's
city
a
of
real
coin.
job, right?
There's a job for everybody.
Everyone has a job.
Every time we like stop for a break or a stretch or whatever, I'm letting it down onto the grass, you know, so that it can go do whatever it needs to.
And it has that constant way that like stoats and weasels do, in that it just sprint bounds everywhere. Like very often it was run away and back and run away and back, and was like a little boomerang is whenever you try and like throw it back out to the grass. You're trying to get to the toilet, but clearly it thinks it is a fantastic game.
Okay. If it does have any accidents, I am prestidigitating my cloak.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to. At some point, as it's running back and forth, it just sort of pauses for a moment, just stares at you for quite a few prolonged seconds, and then carries on running back and forth, and you're confident that at that point.
Does it eat? Like, if I feed it little treats, it
Yeah.
eats them, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Probably needs milk.
I mean, it's up and running after like one day.
Yeah.
I think this is a slightly
A magic
unusual scenario.
stoat.
It's
Also, it
also
hatched from
blue.
a fucking egg.
So-
Yeah, it came out of an egg, so
Oh yeah, no milk
Nope.
necessary. That yeah, no for sure.
You would remember that Sheldon explained that these are magical animals, but not like familiars or anything like. Yeah, they are living creatures. So, if there's nothing burning you wish to discuss, near the end of the day you arrive. Well, at afternoon you arrive at a small lodge. It's essentially just a cottage with a very small stable. Nothing to even bother doing a map for it. So small. And yeah, the gamekeeper there for the hefty sum of 1 silver per horse will take and feed and water and brush the horses each day that you're gone. And it also has a barn that you can park the wagon in before you start your ascent if you wish. Do you wish to make use of these services?
Oh god, I need to make change for silver. How many gold pieces are in silver?
10.
And
1 to 10 silver.
10. So, take that. It's 49. And then make that.
Carry the
9.
3.
Yep. Oh my god, it's such a pain in the ass. Okay.
Gonna keep these horses alive as long as we can.
I mean, we're leaving them at the thing to be taken care of, so they should be fine. We're the ones going into danger.
I am the danger.
So as you leave your horses behind with, I don't know, let's call him Mo. Mo the dwarf. You begin your ascent up. The forest quickly starts to fall behind, becomes more barren and sparse. And yeah, you find yourselves heading up light frost on periods of the floor, and you're told that there is kind of a rough ascent trail you need to follow for a few hours, and then you're told that you'll come to an elevator, an old stone elevator that passes through what was a dwarven mine. You take the lift in, keep going up, and come up the other side, and that will put you in the forest on the plateau at the top. I love that Lucas Gwyn's trying to work out what maps I'm queuing up there.
No, I was just... The DM, who's like really into Lord of the Rings, wants us to go through a mine near a mountain pass, and it's like, rather not.
also, elevator sounds much worse than a bridge, so I'm not seriously not enjoying the fact. They said an ascent through the mountain. They didn't say anything about an elevator.
Perfectly reliable elven magic.
Mm.
Sure.
Is it engineered or is it magicified?
Now with Balrog.
You don't know. Who is leading the way with our survival check as you are trudging up these here mountains?
Obsidian will happily take that point.
Okay.
Yeah, well then can I assist? Because I'm proficient 2. Can I give him advantage?
Sure.
Here you go.
I feel like I should have brought some extra layers with me.
Do you want me to roll something specific?
Yes, please. Survival advantage.
Okay.
Oh.
The advantage was useful.
Yep.
Yeah, you're able to identify quite a few areas where there's obviously been heavy rainfall at some point, which has been frozen quite quickly, and a lot of what looks like a bank to the right. On a couple of occasions, you find that it's far slippier than it looks, and it is going to be much safer for everybody to hug the left on these paths going up, as it's one of those ones where when you begin to slip, you can very easily just find yourself not falling off the Selenka Pass to your death. There would absolutely be dozens, if not 100 or so, feet of going down shale and slate at a bit of an angle. It would be unfortunate to be falling down this hill. But yeah, it is cold, but it certainly isn't like Arctic. Anyone who appreciates a good crisp winter's day will probably find it to be quite refreshing up here.
If Pip is complaining of the cold, I will hand him my flask.
Oh, I guess it couldn't hurt. And he will 100% take a swig.
Poison.
What?
To be fair. Yeah.
It is definitely not poisoned.
Yeah, if anyone was going to try and secretly kill him, it wouldn't be Asher.
No.
What's Siri thinking as you're trudging up? What's your marching order? Is she still keeping to herself?
No, not in a way where it's kind of like antisocial. She's answering if there's questions about. Obsidian asks, "Do you think this trail or that trail?" Or actually, he wouldn't ask, but I think they're kind of communicating non-verbally. She does enjoy the fitness. It carries a little bit of a color into her cheeks, her very, very pale cheeks. She's enjoying getting her heart rate up in this way. But she certainly is not kind of like on a chatty mood where she's like engaging people in conversation. She's answering. Yeah.
And Obsidian. What's going through Obsidian's mind after the events and vision of the previous couple of days?
Obsidian for now is just happy with the fact that we are back on our feet and traversing through nature again. He reminisces fondly upon the previous escapade into the colder climes, and then has a sudden realization that just only him and Sire who remember that. Probably a melancholic mood, after all. Although still keeps a brisk pace and is happy to just be out of the city. Always a good time.
The day continues. You
If
Find
there's
something clever.
wildlife here, I might or if there's wildlife or if there's anything to like without kind of going out of the way, but if like she sees some forageable mushrooms or berries or whatever, just to like have something better than rations for dinner, she might do that.
It is.
How
It
far
is
away are these
fairly-
wolves?
What's
Just
that?
how far away are these wolves? They sound really close.
They are frustratingly. Even though I set this whole soundboard up, the interval sounds aren't coming up for me now. But yeah, they are distant sounding, echoing around the hills. They sound few and far away. It's a rock cry you need to watch out for. But yeah, it is very sparse. It's almost just like exposed dirt. You hear the occasional faraway creature, but you don't even really see birds overhead. It is not spooky, but it's certainly like desolate. There's very little life here. But then you just pass through very, very lush lower forests, and there doesn't seem to be much reason you imagine why many things would stray up here when there's so much plenty down below.
Fair.
And looking up, you see that it doesn't just become really icy peaks, but it just becomes so much fucking rock. Like paths seem to stop. You don't see like any obvious ascents, but then you also know that they felt the need to kind of go through the mountain. It's just isn't really much of a place for life.
I'm not sure I love the idea of going into this mountain. But I can imagine you feel more comfortable with that. Oh, Obsidian.
Why so? This is not a mountain I am familiar with.
I thought you grew up inside the mountain.
We don't live underground, you know.
Oh, no, I didn't. You barely talk about where you come from, so I completely assumed you lived inside that mountain.
No. Around it for the most part. The inner parts are sacred grounds. Not typically allowed to go in.
I misunderstood.
The slopes I know well, though.
Is it a big town or a village you come from?
Not compared to the city of Coin. And I haven't seen... Well, I have seen a small settlement. That one seemed far smaller than our tribes. What was the few little igloos that we've seen? I do not recall the name of that place.
I wasn't there.
Well, so small, I suppose, in comparison to what we've seen together. Other way, what gives you such a stop from going underneath? Problems with the tunnels? Lack of light?
Lack of air? Lack of clear direction where to go if there's trouble?
Less exposure to elements?
Can deal with the elements. You can respect them, and they rarely become something that you didn't expect. I don't know. I just never liked being locked in places. But I also don't like being on top of thin air. Or on a bridge, you know. Maybe I'm just of a nervous disposition.
Just not huge on land traversal, are you?
Up to go where a horse on my feet will take me.
The feet can take us underground just fine. I don't mind either way.
That's definitely a different kind of animal. Is it a reindeer?
Sounded like, yeah, reindeer or elk or caribou or something along those
An
lines.
elk bugle. The noise being maker's called a bugle I found today on trying to YouTube it.
There's also the part where we are at odds with more than one dragon. Presumably, open air is where we're most exposed to those. Not sure how well Haverland would fare against one.
I would prefer to talk.
Talking about
Many can be
talking and
reasoned
fearing.
with.
Are we... You told us that this giantess, she's a menace to this region? Did I get that right?
She was a menace. What she does now, I do not know. I presume still menacing.
A raider,
She-
some sort.
Almost certainly.
So what's the plan? To get the key.
We can always just ask her for it. You never know.
Okay. She just keeps walking.
You see, on the path up ahead, from a distance, a figure in leathers walking down the path, like a wrapped bundle on their shoulders. I mean, no attempt to hide, and they stop a ways, and you see them just sat down, clearly catching breath or something for a few minutes when you're still quite a ways away, and Shaw's back up with their roll, carries on toppling down. The path of the ascent is clearly going to have them come to you. As they get closer, you see what looked like hunting leathers are more black leathers. And the figure just raises a hand and gives you all a wave. As good afternoon.
Well,
It is cold this afternoon, yes?
brisk.
Indeed. And he lays his pelts.
Is it
Floor.
typically far warmer around these parts?
I myself am used to warmer climes. Pushes his, does unveil his wares. And I, for myself, for my own part, I started to wonder if you would ever leave Athkatla, but here we are. And he raises a bow. And I'd like everybody to roll initiative, please.
Damn it!
Why?
As you may have noticed in chat, I put 5 minutes ago mage armor.
Sure.
That is because
I didn't have it on that tab, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Why would you not?
yeah, just as soon as we kind of were out of town and into the woods, that would have been gone up.
Why are we on initiative? We're just on a stroll. What a dick.
He clearly
That
knows
guy
us.
doesn't like us.
Yeah.
Probably killed someone he knows, to be honest.
One before though? I don't like the sound of this.
What was that first? What was that last thing you said, Julia?
1v4? Oh, sorry, 1v6.
Well, no, it's four mechanically.
Sure.
Well, yeah. As he says that, and as you roll initiative, you do also hear
And combat.
crackling sounds from the ground and what few trees there are around you. Anyway, let's
Oh
go.
no.
Let's go to it.
It will not let me roll.
We must have a combat.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Do we know
Oh,
this guy?
Asher, good roll.
Sure. But I don't know what to do with it.
Oh gosh.
So, Pip, with
Mm.
unerring speed, almost
Yep.
as if he predicted it, seems ready to respond.
Constantly used to being on edge and protecting himself at every turn. He's ready, and as soon as it looks like he's going to attack, Pip will cast slow.
No save's been prompted yet. There we go. Ooh, he caught a great many things. Describe your spell.
So he has to reach into his component pouch on his belt and grab what looks like some sticky substance.
Do you know what I'm
And-
going to say?
What are you going to say?
If you wish to have the reagent be something else, I'm fine with that. Because I know that many wizards like, and I carry a jar of fucking treacle around apparently. If you want to be something else, you can.
I'll have a think on that. But he is going to shout out an incantation, which I have not prepared in advance, but that sounds like Latin to our ears at least. And there's a kind of, and it almost seems like he's not shot us for some reason yet. It's because he's so slow.
Very good. Anything else on Pip?
That's a good question. So we're on foot now. I mean, oh, there's another one, little bastard. Oh my god, there's behind us as well. I didn't see all the other ones. I was too zoomed in. Yes, I will duck over here behind a tree, kind of get about. Well, maybe this tree's quite a big tree, so let's maybe go behind this tree. I'm trying to get some cover,
Okay.
but that is all.
So remind me, what is it? Half speed?
Oh, it is so many.
I know it's so
things.
many things. But the speed element is half speed, isn't it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yep.
half
It should.
speed.
The
His
effects should be
AC's.
working.
Oh, is it? Oh, cool. So here, right, okay. But it's only one action bonus or reaction, isn't it? Or just you can't react.
You can't
Speed is
react, and
half,
also
minus 2
you
AC.
get only one.
Only one action bonus. Okay, cool.
Can't use reactions.
So,
Action or bonus.
the skeleton near him raises not a sword, but a strange black and white stick, which it slowly points out towards you all, and there's an explosion, almost like a streamer, as a torrent of magical webbing shoots out towards you and tries to engulf you.
I don't want to be engulfed.
I don't know why it's done a number. Is it prompted saves automatically, yeah?
Come on. Yeah, it prompted it. Jesus Christ, I'm rolling so bad.
Why has that done damage? That's actually taken HP from people, hasn't it?
It does, yeah.
Well, that's not the fucking case. It's just web. Oh, for some reason, the number of charges on the item has been interpreted as damage done instead.
Silly.
Yeah, all of you give yourselves what I'm gonna +7, +7, +7. Very odd. So yeah, did we all pass? Oh no, Sire very.
No, I failed. Zero failed.
Okay, so Sire is restrained, I believe. With web.
Holy shit.
And yeah, it takes a couple of steps forward, but can't do much. Oh, what's being rolled here? Oh, is it automatically web? Well, the next skeleton who wasn't... Oh, is that the automatic roll at the end of its turn?
Yes.
So that skeleton is now free of slow.
That is a surprisingly wise skeleton.
I know, yeah. A skeleton behind you.
Loud as well.
Is what?
That was loud as well.
Yeah, I like that. Also fires a wand.
Do I need to roll? Can I be uber
think
web?
you're already... Yeah, you don't need to bother.
Yeah.
You got to be double webbed.
Oh, it's giving me a natural one.
Is that Asher restrained?
I guess. What's the DC?
It's rolled it automatically. I think it was 15.
Then yeah, I'm restrained.
Really bad.
It will move up a little bit. Asher, it's you. You be webbed.
Alright, I'm gonna look at Obsidian.
Asher and Sira should get some HP back after the second shot.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Good shout. I am gonna look at Obsidian and just tuck a hand into one of my pockets and slap him on the back. And he's going to be... Let's make sure I've got him targeted. Okay. I'm gonna protect him from undead. So they all have disadvantage against him now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling a bit sus.
Why? What?
Has Sire always had such little HP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, have you?
Yeah.
Just
Because
when I
yeah.
was correcting the HP, then I was like, surely not so little. Okay.
No, bad things have happened to this young woman.
Okay, that's fine.
It's stress
so
damage.
Protection from evil and good, yeah?
Yeah, so, and I've chosen the type undead, seeing all these skeletons. protection. Creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against him. He can't.
Just to confirm, because this happened last time, do you have the gold amount of holy water or powdered silver required to cast a spell?
Yes, I frequently, every time we stop in a shop, get more things for my spells. I mention this every time.
But this is the one that has cash value. Or you?
No, it doesn't require gold. It's just powdered silver and iron, and those are super common.
But they're not. We've had these before, where holy water and powdered silver are 25 or 50 gold each. That's a specific thing that clerics need to go in ritual. I will, on this occasion, allow you to tick off that gold to get some so you can cast it.
Okay.
But I'm fairly certain. I remember this in Curse of Strahd as well, where I think these are things that, because these are specific things that have a cost, I do think that with this, I'll look for Sage Wisdom later on it.
Yeah, hold on.
But for now, because you have just been in downtown.
Yeah, because I know one time we went in, because I had gone through all of my spells and written down the ingredients that required, and I was like, here's my list, GM.
This is that awkward one. Because it says it consumes it, but doesn't give you the cost, so then you have to assume a cost. Yeah.
So where I've seen before is like, it doesn't give a value because these are set items that have a set value. I think is the thing I've seen before. But yeah, we will for now, absolutely. So take off 25 gold.
Okay.
And so you're giving him. So that's what he doesn't have advantage against it, does he? They just all have a disadvantage against him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and he can't be charmed or frightened by them or whatever.
Cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Hold on, I gotta do math really quick.
Well, while you're doing math, is there anything else you're doing with your turn? You can't try and get out the web because you used your action to do something else instead.
Yeah, no. I'll after I pat him on the back with that, I'll just be like, you go kill all those skeletons, please.
Okay.
The other skeleton also additionally fires a wand. They are just trying to cover this group of people in web. Remember to add your HP back if you lose HP.
Yeah.
Technically, web is if you start your turn there, you make the save. But it looks like it doesn't matter.
That's not a one, is it?
Same result.
Oh, Obsidian will not be webbed.
No.
He refuses. Yeah, give HP back if you lost it.
Uh-huh.
I've done it for you, Ginger. And then, that one starts to come forward because he was not slowed.
Gonna have so many wands.
The assassin raises the bow, and for just a moment you see not an arrow he is loosing,
Oh no.
but a slight moment and flicker of flame as something bursts out from the wand
Oh
as he
no.
casts his black yew wand of fireball.
Cool.
Mm. That's gonna be disadvantage because we're webbed, right?
Yes,
Yep.
Grand.
which is their tactic. Has it prompted save
Yep.
yet from you?
Nope.
Nope.
You'll have to roll damage, I presume.
Ow!
Yeah. So everyone except Obsidian, disadvantage unless we have some other class feature.
So this might just
No
down me.
disadvantage from me also, because it does get me.
Cool.
Right.
What the fuck,
Right.
GM?
Okay, short campaign for me.
I know.
I presume that's some constant. Is protection from evil and good a concentration thing?
No.
I don't think it is.
Oh, okay, cool, good.
You go get him.
And
I'll try.
That obviously burns off the webs as well.
So are they
Are
no
we?
longer restrained?
They are no longer restrained.
Okay.
And then
Can't believe I didn't have absorb elements prepared. Foolish mistake.
And then he.
Oh right. Sorry, one moment. I will definitely use the thing because after all, why would I not? And did I fail the save with an 18? By the way, just want to confirm that everyone knows that 18 didn't pass the save for Fireball.
You still would
You
have
saved it
taken...
for me.
Oh, but I got hit for 30 apparently.
I
Which
also got hit for 30.
is
Did I save or
what
no?
I saw.
Yes,
see the
you
DC.
did. So let's have a look. So let's roll.
It's Fireball, is there not just
So
half
well,
on
no, it's
save?
half. It's half on a save. So 30 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So
So
So we should only have
For
taken
some-
15.
oh, is one stuff just fucked? Is one? Yeah. So it looks like it was 30 damage. So Obsidian and Pip should have took 15. You took the full 30 each, did you?
Yeah. Plus 15. Boom.
That's
Yeah, 'cause-
unusual.
Okay. That's a little bit more palatable considering I saved.
okay, and
Yeah, it says other half instead of half on save or whatever. I don't know.
and I will use a reaction to halve that damage further to gain resistance to fire for that
Nice.
specific moment. So I will just absorb the flames somewhat.
Also, do you have... Well, you passed anyway. I was going to say, don't you have advantage on...
I do roll all of the. I did roll all of the dexes with advantage.
So he shoots this fireball into you. Explosion. The webs burn up. After a moment, you see it is mask up. You see that as the flames come down, everyone's still standing, and Obsidian looks fairly unscathed. He narrows his eyes, runs forward, and in a way that just doesn't make sense, runs straight up this ledge.
He is
And-
slowed.
He is slow. Oh, did you maintain concentration? Did you?
I
Nice.
did.
So 5, 10,
25.
15, 20.
Holy shit!
Okay, he gets. Oh, what is his? He's got. Oh, he's got that much. Okay. Oh, nice! It's automatically changed his movement.
Mm.
Oh, that's very nice in that case. Yeah. So you see him start to move up. It's clear that this isn't like a parkour. It's unnatural how he's managing to stand up on the.
When we kill him, steal his boots.
Does using
Still,
a
he's all.
wand count as a casting a spell?
No, it's an action. You
Yeah, that
use-
would be probably some object interaction thing. He
Yeah.
wouldn't that?
That's him.
Sort of strange thing.
And he, it seems, remains slowed.
Take off,
That's useful.
take off the restraint from Sira and Asher.
I've never done this before, so I'm kind of looking up on the fly. But it seems that magical items don't count as use an object as an action. It counts as casting a spell,
Ooh.
which means there is a slow effect relevant. It may or may not work. Roll a d20.
We know going forward, too many things have happened.
Come on. But it would be very important.
Would be.
What has happened on this occasion, but out of your curiosity, to wind you up, let's see what would happen going forward.
It would be the same.
Oh, okay. What is it you're looking at, like a misfire or a fizzle?
If it's 11 or higher, the spell doesn't do anything until his next turn. It takes 2 rounds for him to do
Is
it.
that a raw thing? I've never heard
Yeah,
that. So it's
that's
basically
slow.
delayed.
Yeah. Which gives us a chance to fucking run away.
Yeah. Okay. This skeleton up here is just going to fire an arrow. Is it long or short though? I can't remember. It is short though, but I think that still has range.
Yeah, it should.
Oh, yeah, easily. Oh, by the way, this lovely map made by Mr. Death.
Oh, awesome map. Love the trees. Particularly the one that's kind of like
Cool.
Coming
that's
off the cliff.
That's the thing he didn't make for this map. It fires an arrow at Asher and misses. Another one fires. Oh, good. My characters are wiping. Targets are going. This one's going to fire at Siri. A nat 20.
Hang on.
Oh.
I declare reaction. What's the range?
My word.
How far away is he?
From you, he is.
He's too far. Never mind.
What was it?
Sorry,
Shunt.
sir. I can't do anything.
Do you have
It's 30
shunt
feet.
yet?
No.
But I can. I can shield. I'm pretty sure I can shield. It's +5
I
to
can't
the.
remember. Can you shield nat 20 crits?
Oh, I don't know that.
I thought.
I thought a crit was a crit.
It's an auto hit.
No,
I think.
you. Is another hit?
Can I shield a crit?
Yeah, I don't know.
Shields do not suppress crits. Oh, wait, no, that's Warframe. Never mind. Yeah, 5e would have been a.
Yeah, it does.
It does? Cool. Okay.
It is an auto hit, technically.
Okay, then I don't have. I keep my reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, she's down.
You can react to dying.
Big
Yep.
arrow from Johnny Skeleton.
Yep.
That's all he can do, though.
Jesus.
Cool. Well,
Said
that
I
thing
know.
what I was gonna do. And then it's my turn.
Hold on. I didn't realise that's one of the ones that was slow. Should that have had any minus to it? Oh, the effect. It would have done it automatically, I guess, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it still gets
I
like
don't-
an attack, so.
Yeah, and I don't know that one was slow.
I wasn't sure if it got the minus to hit. Like, you get increased AC if you are hasted. Do they
No,
get a minus?
it gives it a penalty to its AC and Dex saves, but no penalty to its attack.
Okay. Oh, my drag roll isn't showing up distance anymore. 5, 10, 15, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Ah. Okay. Siri.
What would I like to do? You asked me, game. I would like to roll a date saving throw. It hasn't prompted any. Sorry, where is it on the? Is it just this big skeleton vessel? Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's the skull.
The skull.
Hmm.
Yup. This is all very in line.
Do you have an inspiration? You don't have an inspiration.
No.
If only you
No.
had done the recap.
If only.
Obsidian. You see what's happening.
Great. Yeah. Well, for a moment I'm torn, but then Obsidian will just sort of, having
If you
been tapped.
look, I'll yell at you and say, "Go! I got her."
Yeah. In which case, we'll take those smoldering remains of the fireball and still soaked into the body, and we'll instead turn it. We'll do a little bit of fusion. We'll send off a cloud of steam as rage pops in, and cold air forms around him. We'll rush towards the enemy, hoping that he really doesn't like the cold, which would be a rage use, and we'll start swinging advantageously, as
Yeah.
I will definitely go for reckless attacks against this slow
Wait,
fellow.
yeah, he's also slow, yeah.
I don't imagine he's high enough that
No.
I cannot reach him.
He's only just started climbing up, yeah.
Good. Hopefully something works. Almost a crit.
That certainly hits.
So with this first slam, I would like to send him back down. Not to go anywhere. Probably here, actually, just sort of... because that would be diagonal, if possible.
Yeah.
Just below me.
As you strike him, and the maul, it catches on his leather mask and rips. It's like, ah!
Oh.
What the hell are you? It doesn't seem like the cold should bother him that much. Well, I will try to then target the face under the mask with the second swing.
This is great. I didn't know he was also
It's-
undead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't.
Fuck him up. You're protected.
So 2 heavy knocks, and that's me done, I'm afraid.
It's almost like your blows didn't land as heavily as you wanted.
Is that the case?
It should. It is the case. Yes, the blows don't land quite as heavily.
It's okay. It won't either.
Fine.
Yeah, this skeleton is gonna take aim at Obsidian.
So that if they are, oh no, sorry, that will be just straight rolls for everyone because they will have disadvantage for the protection, and that will be advantage for my reckless. So just straight.
Okay. Misses. Pip, you're up. You've just seen all sorts of fiery bedlam go off, and now Obsidian has almost leapt further up the path and is now engaged with this horrific, undead-looking thing. You have seen something like this before, Pip. You know it to be a vampire, but not a particularly powerful or senior one.
Pip will immediately dart towards Sire and will pull out a potion of healing and pour it into her unconscious more. Let me target her. I'm using my full action, right? So I get max healing.
Yep, just a straight 10 men.
And then I guess I will try and hide behind a tree.
For a second, as Syria recovers consciousness, the only thing she sees are the large brown eyes, which are so familiar to her. And for a moment, she just wakes up in a whole different reality, and then she realizes it's Pip.
like Little Mermaid when she's singing. Yeah. I get it.
I'm afraid that's it.
Okay. Skeleton comes in, swinging normal. You said, yeah. Because magic versus disadvantage. Wow, pitiful.
Oh, and at some points, Pip will be like, "Look out! I think it's a vampire."
Ah, Obsidian, you are a burning, whirling dervish. Arrows are just hitting all around you. You smack one out of the air with your maul as you're bringing it back from striking the vampire spawn. You are in your element, fighting on the slopes of a mountain. Asher.
Alright,
Pip flies over, steals your healing thunder, and is gone seconds later.
yeah, if I see him do that, I'm gonna look at Sirius, she's waking up, and be like, spread out, spread out. And then I am going... Yeah, no, I'm gonna heal myself as I run down this hill a bit. Nope, that's too far. Which one is touch? Did that work? Oh, do I have to click something?
You need to
Yeah.
complete the incantation. You heal for 11.
Okay, that's my action.
Okay. Well, do you mean your turn, or do you have
My,
other stuff you
I'm
do?
sorry, my turn.
Okay.
Oh!
Skeleton comes shambling over towards you, Pip, with a rusty short sword. It is not slowed. You have nothing up. It just swings regular. You manage to nimbly duck underneath. The assassin. Assassin is going to strike out with a dagger at Obsidian. Regular. That's a hit unless there's any sort of reaction. I don't know if that's close enough
Nope.
to do whatever you wanted to do before, Pip. Whatever you were looking at, because it's closer.
It's not close enough.
Right.
That is, I did not realize how short range this ability was.
And then a second.
Only one attack.
Yes! Only one attack. Can it
Slow,
remind me?
baby.
Can it move after attacking, or is it one or the other?
It can do action or bonus. It can still move, but still have speed. And
Yeah.
also Obsidian's thing.
Obsidian's. Oh, here's movement
Hold
reduction.
aura.
Yep, because he's so he can get a whole 7 feet away. He starts to go back up that wall.
No, you don't.
Oh no, he don't. Oh, actually. Going off my own rules, I make myself do in other games. I don't think this guy would have a shot. He'd have a shot on Pip from that distance if he's in range. Yeah.
Cover, maybe.
Well, that's what I'm counting for. I hate when people like this skeleton would take shots at like Obsidian. It's like, no, there's no way you can see that guy. However, he can see Pip.
With a little bit of cover?
He can also see Sierra, just saying.
He can, but Siri's lying on the floor and is a harder target.
Oh.
So he misses anyway. Oh, these are not rolling great. It's almost like skeletons are shit.
Well, so far we've killed 0 of them, so...
Yeah. This skeleton steps forward and is going to try and drive the rusty sword down into Sire before she gets up. It is advantageous because she is prone. Will you react
I will.
to a...
Yeah, I'll shield it. It kind of popped up and then disappeared.
Okay. Just go and cast shield manually then.
Sure.
So yeah, you're lying there and just this comes down and you manage to Kura just and like buffets the blade away. And now it's your turn, Siri. Your reaction comes back.
I will stand up. So I will
Half your
step
speed.
away from prone. Half speed. I'm gonna second wind first of all, before I forget.
Wait for it.
Oh, come on! My word, I'm shooting so badly. And then I'm just going to lash out on this guy.
You mess with the wrong angry woman, skeleton.
Well, you know what? I don't know. Is
yeah,
that even hit?
really wish that I'd missed. Yeah, it hit.
Okay. It's still alive.
It's just still alive.
Actually, hold on. One more. Sorry, I forgot about this one. 26. 13. This is Suldale's
That is
lightning damage.
That is enough to destroy it.
Thank
And also, it
As
Christ.
you-
seemed like your blow didn't do as much damage as you wanted.
Not for the. Oh well, yeah, for hers, because obviously they have.
Should it
some-
matter that she used a magic
It-
weapon?
It's a magic weapon.
I mean, it might be the
it-
door, but
Huh? Do you know what?
It's
Skeletons, for some reason, don't have the little from bypass by magical on their in their core 5e thing. So
Huh.
yeah, it's either way, it's fine. Yeah, you manage to shield, you lash out, and Suldil makes it over and just comes by, and the two of you just cut that skeleton down.
I'm going to unleash my second attack with the skeleton that is hulking over Pip.
Hit. That's very much a hit. So when you roll it, just in the damage, put plus 1d6, and it'll do it all automatically. Oh,
Situational bonus, right?
yeah, if you can.
What happened? Did it just
I
refresh?
cleared, but I had the log ready to clear and just didn't realise you hadn't clicked the next part and clicked it.
That's right. I can just. What? I can just try to hit again.
Just roll it again. Yeah, just to make sure it more chance to log a hit.
it will assume that the extra damage is also her base type, just FYI.
Yeah, I'll keep in mind if there's anything where it comes up being when the Shamble and Mound's got them. Yeah, that hits.
Plenty.
Yeah, the two of you just
So that was 15 movement
together.
to get up, and then 10 to get here. I'm just gonna do one more step away.
Okay.
To and I'm just gonna say to Pips, make sure to stay spread out.
Obsidian.
All right. Obsidian will let the lasting motes of flames pass onto his weapon and light his maul on fire. Just before he goes for more strikes at the creature. Still furious at what just transpired. Shoot.
Not furious enough.
Apparently. Let's go for the second one. There we go.
That one hits.
Yep. Which means we'll send him back down where he started his last turn. So this should apply. Well, that's one fire damage, so nothing to write home about. But we will be slamming him downwards,
Yep.
hopefully annoying him somewhat. So that was bonus action. I don't really see a. Oh no, actually, what I could do is be a little bit more annoying. Do I want to? That would be because if I stand there. No, you can still not. Yeah, I think I'm happy to be here. So Skeleton doesn't get the opportunity attack and he cannot climb up again. He can only stand there. Yeah, good. Happy. Skeleton will just tactically step to the side.
God. I'm so not used to this character and I'm doing so many stupid things.
What? You slowed them, and then you brought me back to life. What are you talking about? You're doing great.
I'm just missing a lot of opportunities.
A skeleton comes running down and swings its sword at you, Asher.
Almost as if conspiring, Pip.
Oh! Can't. Well, no. Do you have anything to react to a nat 20?
Well, no, apparently, because shield.
No.
Yeah.
Almost max damage. Jesus. Yeah, you just see a skeleton coming in whoosh, right across Asher's midriff.
Cool.
Top of round, Pip.
Do I know about, if you said I've encountered a vampire before potentially, do I know anything about them? I'm very learned. For example, do they hate fire? Or such things?
Here's the thing. You have kind of known them in the context of where they've already won. So it isn't
Have I
really like
read
there's
Van
been great libraries.
Richten's guide in
I
the
don't
library?
think you've read Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, but I will let you roll an Arcana to see what
Okay.
you know. And the amount that I give you will depend on your roll.
Bastard.
Mm.
You don't even know if this is a vampire. This could just be
Okay.
a pale, malnourished man. With a straight up 10, all I'll give you is you know they're undead. You hear very mixed stories about what they eat and where they live. The main thing is you are surprised. I mean, it's not the sunniest of days, but you would be surprised to see one out and about in the day.
Hmm.
It's the Daywalker. I'd have the music ready if it was. So yeah, it is unusual to see one out in the day.
How does he look?
They mostly come out at night. Mostly. He looks almost unfazed so far. He's taken a couple of injuries, but he doesn't seem to be... He still seems to be playing it cool. He's not lost his tactical mind yet.
I am going to pull out of my pocket a small flask of bright liquid, and I'm going to toss it into the air and cast Catapult on it. And I'm going to try and send a flask of holy water smashing into the vampire.
Nice!
Nice.
Okay.
Said no one in a cost campaign ever.
Should have the -2 automatically.
19.
That
Oh, is that the
bastard.
damage? I don't see any -2 on the roll.
I don't think it would matter. That would still be above my spell.
Is that a complete miss or is it partial?
So catapult is an interesting one. It
Yeah.
misses, but it carries on, and the skeleton behind has to make a save.
Amazing. Can you prompt that?
No.
Okay, so what saves do you need to
Deck
make?
save, please.
Would his deck save not have been a disadvantage for being slowed?
Affected target speed is halved, minus penalty to AC and dexterity saving throws. And he's no, unfortunately not.
Okay. Skeleton rolls poorly.
So it takes, 9 bludgeoning and 3 radiant damage.
It explodes in a shower of bones.
I will
That was the most
continue.
expensive killing of a skeleton ever.
Well, I mean, it's like, how often am I going to encounter undead? I might as well give it a try. Yeah, I'm going to duck in here, kind of against the cliff, realizing that the opposite side to where all the archers are is probably not the place to be. And I don't think I own a bonus action, so that's all from me.
A mist starts to descend.
Oh, God.
Almost a little too quick now.
Oh god.
Just poor everybody here.
No.
Not like this. Okay, yeah, the world, that's a 50 gold skeleton killed. That's its turn.
And the spell slot.
Shit, on a spell slot.
Okay, it's
That's
a 50
about
goal on the
right.
spell slot. Skeleton killed after an attack missed. You know, it's all about perspective,
Sure.
guys. Like,
Sure.
it could have been nothing.
Yeah. Consolation prize.
Asha, it is you. A skeleton is upon you. Wishing you harm.
Yep. I am going to blast it away, hopefully.
If this is a spell attack, member disadvantage because you're blasting in melee.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
That's
Misses.
rough.
Yeah, you lost the nap.
Second, whatever. Gah!
That
That
also
one-
disadvantage.
Oh yeah, you didn't disadvantage that one.
Oh,
But so far that hits.
alright.
See,
Well, let me roll another one for the. Yeah. The disadvantage.
Come on. No!
alas, you're just too close and panic. Both hit the dirt.
Okay, cool. Then
Do you
We'll
risk
just-
it?
do I risk what?
Moving away, or do you stay?
No, I'm gonna heal myself really quick with a bonus action. I want to use 2 of that. Does it know how to do this again?
The mystery.
I
Probably
hope I did that right.
Yeah, 12
Okay.
HPs. You are slightly better off than before you stabbed you in the stomach a second ago. Anything else from you?
No.
Okay. The assassin, seeing Obsidian not relenting, is going to. Do you know what? It's smart. Good job. It's gonna make a calculated decision. It's been under the state for a few seconds now. It looks away from Obsidian, and with a is gonna throw a dagger at Pip.
From there?
Yeah, the dagger range on dagger is
Oh.
Shit.
Oh, that guy. I thought I was looking at the next up, and I was like, the skeleton up there is going to throw a dagger at me at
no,
the bottom of the cliff.
the assassin vampire spawn's throwing one at you.
Is throwing dagger at such range?
Will be a disadvantage anyway, because
Yeah.
it's a ranged attack.
Oh.
Long range will get you.
Oh, again another nat 20 burnt out by disadvantage. And then 5.
Well, get hit, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be still with advantage. Does that hit?
It does.
With his -2 IC, yeah, I would hope so. All right. Oh, didn't roll the click the wrong mall, so that would be additional 2 fire damage. And let me
Okay.
check something on the crusher. How does that?
I'm
Once
sure
per
you've
turn.
Yeah.
Once per turn, so not per round. So I believe I can do that because that's on his turn.
Okay.
Monkey.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct. Just
Mm.
like the same wording as sneak attack.
Yeah. So I'll just
Okay. So you're moving him back.
knock him back indeed.
Yeah. And then 10.
Mhm.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Well-
He's still slowed.
Yeah. 5.
Okay.
And then he's knocked back away. And then 5.
And
then 5.
and he's
Obsidian.
still within the field of slowing of
He's got
Obsidian.
7 foot movement, right?
Within the field of slowing. Yes.
So he moved, got knocked back, and would he have even the movement to go even further?
Surely he has to, right? Because otherwise, if you end up with like 7,
Don't look at me.
you basically have
I don't know.
so little. I mean, it's still not far enough away to stop you from bringing him back again on his next turn.
Sure.
But yeah, that's
So if
his
I have
turn.
7 feet movement, I can move 2 squares. That's what I'm hearing. I'll make a note of that.
We'll make a note of whatever I wish in the moment for us to do. Oh, he's not getting rid of this.
Good.
bleached skeleton. It'll come up and fire at obsidian. That one. Bleached skeleton. Fires at obsidian. I don't think obsidian's been hit by a single arrow yet, has he? And
No,
continues to not be.
just one dagger. Let it rain.
Remain slow. Zero to you.
Siri's gonna summon Cora. I don't know how far up this guy is, but I can summon Cora 30 feet from me. So I don't know how to make a calculated decision. I think I can come. I mean, can I even reach him? Maybe.
But I mean,
Oh yeah,
you've
he's not
got
high up.
a measuring tool. Yeah.
I just don't know if he went up the wall. I got a bit confused with the whole
Well,
sort of.
as you may have heard, he keeps fucking trying, Gija. but he's not.
I
having
wasn't
any
sure where we
success.
ended up.
He's basically stood with one foot on the wall, like he's about to start a bloody rock climb. But every time he takes one step up, he is chumbawumbered back down.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hit him with my warrior husky, which hit the roll 14 damage. Remember, please, that the D6 is a lightning damage.
Yep, makes
Ooh.
no odds.
Good roll.
That's okay. Makes sense. It's 2. What's he looking like? Just still on face.
As much damage as like
Very
all
handsome.
Obsidian's attacks.
Still on face,
Both
right?
hit. Both hit. I mean, yeah, he's injured now. Yeah, you barrel him into the wall, into the rock face, and just make a couple of devastating attacks against him, and he suddenly looks very bothered.
Meanwhile, Chorus, Chorus just gonna de-incarnate from Siri and just sort of like appear up there.
Okay. Anything
That's
else
my
on you?
turn. Nope, that's it.
Obsidian.
You will stay here and take it. Obsidian will continue the relentless assault, hopefully keeping him around for a little bit longer. That's the first one hitting. Again, shit. Wrong maul. Additional 2 fire. And a second strike, this time with correct weapon. I believe that still hits. I think I had a 16 once and it hit.
Yep, that hits.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Good. Where's the D4? Okay, there we go. And I, of course, want him back down here between us. And I will use my bonus to chomp as well. That would be advantageous as well. Damage. And also a D4. Oh no, the D4 doesn't. Oh, that's good. So it's just the damage that was applied. Not have to do anything.
Okay.
That's for the weapon, obviously.
Anything else on you?
No, I will move here-ish. Yeah, good.
Okay.
Mhm.
Skeleton is going to... I think it's going to be same as always. Taking a shot at Obsidian. $14 misses.
Misses.
Bleach Skeleton is going to slash out again at Asher. That spun another than that 20 for me for a moment there.
He misses, right?
He misses.
Yeah, okay.
Pip. You're muted, so you do nothing. Next.
Pip is going to
Bleach
turn his
Skeleton.
attention to helping out Asher and is going to cast the mind sliver on the skeleton there.
And what does he say when he casts it?
He says, Mentis Cultrum!
No, it sounds too fucking Harry Potter when Pip does
It's
stuff.
too cute. No, he is so cute. It's so cute.
Ignis!
That
Oh my god, it passed.
Pip passed these.
My
are-
word.
The bleaching stands for all the state of the paper that these skeletons have read countless tomes of bleached paper. They are learned skeletons. Also, there's no mind to sliver.
So intelligent. I'm gonna move this way slightly, staying against the rock face, and that's that.
Were you hoping that the skeletons don't have a cultrum?
Well, sorry, anything else from Pip?
I stay exactly where I was.
Okay. Skeleton fires at Asher
He fires from there. Oh, the
from,
there.
from
I
15
thought this was
foot
the
north
one in front of me. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Asher is doing God's work, just dodging
This is-
these attacks.
Asher,
Just-
it's you. Another one's coming in on you.
Yeah. So I'm gonna look at this guy in front of me, and I'm just gonna reach out. We'll say this word.
Probably not
Motherfucker.
before.
No.
You fail to shock and grasp. You are impotent in this fight, unfortunately.
I really am. What are with these rolls?
Anything else from you?
Yeah, I'm gonna run from him.
Okay, he will make a slash at you. That doesn't miss.
Can I shield that?
If your AC... No, you could only shield to 21, and he rolled 22.
This was a dumb risk. I regret it.
But you're free to move? Where are you going?
I am going
The sentinel skeleton.
up here.
It moves you back 5 feet.
I know. Fuck.
No, it moves you south 15 feet.
And that is all I can do.
Penned in with Siri and Obsidian against the wall. The vampire just goes, I haven't got time for this. Be about it. And then he will make a single, having thrown his dagger, just goes to slash his claws across Obsidian.
Sentinel!
Mm-hmm.
I can hit him.
Is that after his attack or before?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. It says you use when a creature makes an attack. So make the attack and then I will hit him.
Does he have to be next to you?
He's next to me.
Oh, don't you need to be next to your ally? What's the position between you and your ally? Because
With
normally
it
within
makes-
5 feet of you.
When a creature within 5 feet of you makes an attack against a target other than you, and the target doesn't have this feat, you can use your reaction to make a melee weapon attack
Oh.
against the attacking creature.
Ulvik
So he slashes out at Obsidian.
hits.
Yep. And then you slash out at him.
Mhm.
19 hits.
Gosh.
Tell me how you kill him.
I don't suppose there's any value in making this long non-lethal. But as he goes to rake, and he rakes across Obsidian, she's just going to decapitate him
Yeah.
from behind.
The head comes off, and before the bodies even hit the floor, there's just a sudden and violent burst of mist that comes out of the head and just streaks off back down the way you had come from. Up the
Sure.
hill. And in that moment, all of the skeletons just collapse.
I don't like it. What just happened?
No, I don't think anyone of us do, Sidian. Siri's gonna check the pockets of this, like the. Do the wands disappear as well?
Yeah, I'm
With
looking for
the-
those wands.
So,
Is it
I
dead?
wand. And the problem was that it was dead before, I think.
how's everybody doing?
Good.
Did you see that mist coming out from
Yes.
his body?
Should we be following that? What was that?
Can
Joke
we
by the
check if we
GM
know
that
what
went
that?
too far.
What'd you say, Monkey?
I said it was a joke by the GM that went too far.
Oh
Are
yeah,
you guys
do
okay?
we? Yeah. Thank you. I got caught in a bad place there. Yeah, she's just rummaging through the clothes.
Bodies don't hit the fucking floor. And
Mm.
this group, like, you'd be awful
Yeah.
at the scene of a crime or a tragedy. Looking across these figures, 3 of the skeletons have those black and white twisted wands. The assassin has a slightly different wand that continues to gently smoke as you're holding it. Clearly, these are magical items. They will require identification. I don't know if that's a spell that Pip has, but I know that Atticus took the identifier with him.
Motherfucker.
Does Pip have identify?
No.
Then yeah, you have some strange magic wands. Their exact usage currently unknown.
I don't give it to Asher.
Avalon and Sulil completely useless with this. I mean,
Yeah,
one
you,
is
ha-
a
you have
mythical.
you have their benefits. But to avoid exactly this and let the players do the playing, that's why we've reduced them to buffs for this period.
Okay.
Well, I'm still gonna gather up all the wands that I can find on the skeletons.
Yeah, there are 3 on the skeletons, 1 on the vampire.
And they wouldn't have any knowledge on the nature of the creature either.
See that again? So I was just checking to make sure that Asher didn't have the identifier. She does not.
So the 2 buff providers, they wouldn't also be able to provide any knowledge on the nature of this creature that we have just slain, but also maybe not.
Like Pip, they would
Mhm.
would recognise it as some sort of lesser vampire.
It's not very formidable once you take away its magic tricks.
That wand, that was very powerful. Almost as powerful as the glove.
Is this because that vampire guy at the meeting knows who we are now?
It did go for Pip at one
Yes,
point.
I don't
and it did
understand. You were threatening him and in his face, and then he chose to throw a dagger at him.
Well, then again, it also called out to the skeletons to carry on, and then they just collapsed to the ground a moment after.
They're like his, though, right? Like our buddy. Oh, I can't remember his name.
He was probably trying to stop me concentrating on my spell.
What was our necromancer buddy's name?
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were probably his skeletons, like our buddy Goroval.
Oh, yes.
Pip learns of a group of friends of a necromancer.
let's not stay out in the open much longer. What's the light situation?
It's starting to get dark. You're going to need to make camp soon, but you expected this. You knew that there would be one night camping.
Before we reach the...
Yeah.
Let's try to find something with a bit of more shelter than here. We're too
Yeah.
exposed.
Agreed.
Well, whilst you're looking for that shelter, we will take 15. It is exactly past, so you're exactly 1:45.
Fine.
As the sun begins to dip and give way to night, you manage to find a suitable place to make camp for the night.
Ooh.
Pip is going to delve into his satchel, which he will withdraw parchment and some of his painting supplies, and he's going to continue working on the painting he was doing.
It's, despite the snow, it's not terribly cold. It's particularly nice near the fire. Those who want to set up tents or sleeping bags can, but you're probably alright just to be out on the brush grass, or there's a few rocky overhangs of that rock cluster where you could, tuck yourself under a little shelf. Under a little shelf. But yeah, you're just sat there having your evening meal. If anybody wants to talk about any interactions we wish to have.
I didn't just hear a baby cry, right?
Is it your baby?
I'm pretty sure it's not my baby.
No, some wolf howls on the
So-
interval thing
Okay.
just played.
And actually, I'm gonna switch out the paints and start doing a little charcoal sketching instead.
Why was a vampire after us? And why did he seem to know who we are?
Do you
And
have
seemed
any
to be waiting
enemies?
for us.
Other than the obvious?
The
Yeah, I
only
mean-
other vampire I know is that dude that was at Sundax's meeting.
So you do know a vampire who works for Sendax?
Well, like, no is a kind of a... But we were, like, formally introduced.
So you do know them?
Yeah, but not, like, no. Like, I've never really talked to him.
But you had a formal introduction.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that might be it.
Yeah.
Can I roll to use my powers of deductive reasoning? Oh, did you hear that? A caribou.
That's a baby.
Sounds like an animal dying.
It is concerning. That was a singular attacker, but Clearly, we're on Sendex's radar, and what I don't know is how he knew where to find us. If he'd been tracking us from the city, I kept my eyes peeled. I would have known.
I mean, we were traveling on a main road on horseback, left through city gates, and started heading this way. I can't imagine that it would be that difficult to track us down.
I'm concerned that if they know where we're heading, we might find something else other than just the giantess in her lair.
Yeah. This might just be something that happens from now on. Anytime we go anywhere. I guess if we're making bigger enemies, we gotta start being more careful.
Skuldeal, you mentioned your fortress. It has a way of shielding itself, or
It does, yes. Sendax's eyes will not be able to reach us there, I'm confident.
then it is probably the only safe place for us for the moment. I'm concerned about my family.
Pip, what's become of your parents in your world? Did they survive the apocalypse? Or do you not even know?
He would recall returning or trying to return home and finding the homestead manor, it's whatever you want to call it, in ruin, burned to the ground. Plenty of ashes to be found, but unclear whether or not his parents were trapped inside. And with the chaos that was sown throughout the world, he was unable to find any more information about them, but relatively safely presumed that they did not make it.
Is he sharing this?
Just thinking. Thinking and sketching.
Boo. There's no gifts in Discord of when like Maximus comes back to his farm and they're just like the ashes.
Yeah, this is definitely what's going through Cyril's mind at the moment.
As it gets later and maybe people start to be going towards getting ready for bed, etc., Pip is going to approach Shirei, preferably slightly away from the group, and is going to be like, Shirei, do you have a moment?
Sure, do you need something?
No, I just wanted to apologize. I know that my actions when we first met weren't completely above board. I lied, I suppose. When I saw that you were, or you are, identical to how my sister looked, I assumed that you would see me and see your brother, even though I knew there were changes about the world. I thought that would be the case, and I foolishly thought that rather than going through all the trouble of explaining everything, it would be easier if you thought I were him. And so I guess I lied about being him, and that I shouldn't have. And I wanted to say that I really am sorry. And I know I'm not him, but yes, it was a silly thing to do. And also, I suppose I just wanted to pass on my condolences. I know how hard losing one's loved ones is, so I'll be thinking about that. I know it's a very difficult time. Anyway, I made you this, and he'll try and hand her a folded piece of parchment.
She takes it.
And he just immediately wanders off.
You are too much. You're too fast. You move too fast for me. Thank you for helping me today.
Of course, but it's when I see what looks like my dear sister in danger, how I can't help but leap into action.
No, that's... Let's just start. I am Sire. You are Pip. You have his eyes, but you are yourself.
I know.
It is nice to meet you. I'm sorry for what you've gone through.
And are you? And he'll go over and sit next to Asher.
She will just wordlessly pass him her flask again.
He joins in. Yeah.
Oh, that's the baby. There's one single short crow core. I think that's the baby one.
How? Oh, is Let's Trade off? I don't seem to be able to do it. Can you send Sire, if you go into my Scholar's Pack, the 4th item?
She's not opening it yet.
I didn't even know that was a thing. The separate bags at the top.
Mm.
The 4th thing.
You can make bags?
Okay.
If you want me to encode it so that if you're not opening it yet, then I'll change the name.
No, you want to give that to Siri, yeah?
No,
Yeah,
I'll just not look at my inventory
Okay.
for a moment.
Okay. I have...
Make it unidentified.
Fine. It's unidentified. Unidentified loot. Pip's folded paper.
She opens it, explodes.
Okay, that's now in Siri's bag.
To Silvio, I'm happy to take a watch. If you want to take a second, or perhaps someone else.
I will rest my eyes for a little while in the night, but you know how it is with me, I do not really sleep.
I could use the company if you're staying up regardless. Then
Very well. Havalan stretches it. I suppose I will be back shortly. And just transforms into an adult silver dragon and doesn't so much fly off and up as just dips down off the edge and is seen doing a low, slow glide over the tree lines below.
My goodness. It's incredible.
I'm gonna watch that and then I'm gonna get comfy in my sleeping bag, cuddled up with Mink, and be like, who's taking first watch?
I'm happy to go if no one wants.
Suldale and Sida will take first watch. They look like they're setting up to like.
Okay, well, I'm happy with any, and as he says that, he's going to start ritually casting alarm around the vicinity, like the edge of the camp.
Alright, wake me when it's my turn.
What's Obsidian doing?
Oh, he just dropped backwards.
Oh,
He's just answered that himself. And yeah, you and Suldeel begin your watch. You can make me a advantageous perception check. Your summary of how it goes, granted a bit of assistance by the RP of him being there. Yeah, it's a clear night. You can see the path leading up gives you a really good vantage point of anyone coming down. You can see easily down the path you came up. You can see a lot of the woodland below. Short of someone flying down from the top of the mountain at great speed, like a dragon. Nothing's getting the jump on you tonight. Nothing mundane, at least.
is Suldale in a conversational mood?
You speak to him and find out.
Just saying, maybe
the
he's
NPCs are always conversational with the players, though.
or maybe he's gone and just kind of scared. I think yeah, Sida would sort of like approach and I mean we don't have to RP, but she's asking questions about the order, the oaths, the morals, the not morals, the virtues, the tenets. What drove you to it?
Evil and terror inflict great suffering. It is the duty of anybody able to resist and fight back. The injustices of the world must be challenged, but it is only through righteous deed, protecting those unable. This is the nature of gallantry.
Can you recall the first time you felt like this?
Like it was my calling?
When you say the things you just said, you sound the way I think my companions think of me, almost think human. But I
Well, I
bet there was almost unfeeling, simply just devoted. but I'm sure there was a strong feeling that made you feel the way you feel now.
Yes, I saw the terror and devastation inflicted by a great evil beast, and I saw the impact on the region when heroes destroyed it, drove it away, and allowed the people to prosper once again. It felt right.
The lives we take in the pursuit of such greatness. Are they justified? Are we just the ones causing distress and pain and fear through someone else's eyes?
You overcomplicate it. You are answerable to the laws of the land you are in, the nature of the situation, and to yourself. If you worry a death has been unjustified, then it is unjustified.
I have no such worries.
I only kill when I know it is right. This is why I spared your brother, fool though he may have been. I tell you now, after so long in bondage, and then being attacked, that was a great challenge. Do not strike this man down.
And why didn't you?
Because it wasn't right. He was addled, weak in both power and mind. What would I have gained by killing this man?
You might have saved the life of a good one.
It would have led to the death of your companions as well.
Yes, it would have.
Once you try to once you try to overcalculate the cost, you never stop questioning yourself.
I didn't have these doubts. I just had my reflection shown back at me in a fairly distorted manner recently, and it's messing with my head. I appreciate your words. I feel like I understand.
It is good that you are suffering. You went from a life of comfort, raised straight into all the expectations of this lifestyle, having never been broken down, never been challenged. It would be a terrible night. The suffering gives you context. Maybe not now, but I've no doubt you'll look back on this time as formative.
Do you miss your companions?
Yes,
Those who formed your order?
of course.
I bet it would have been a magnificent order to be a part of back in the day.
It was. I do not look forward to returning to the Platinum Halls. It will be somber.
Well, if if you ever need a friendly shoulder to stand next to and be somewhere, I'll be there. My wounds are achy. I will go lie down.
That is fine. I will wait for Haviland anyway.
Good night, Celine.
Good night.
Before Siri goes to bed, am I waking anyone? Does Sildil have
Still does
this?
keep much. Still does up this.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna open the thing when she's by herself.
Yeah. And you open the note, Pip's folded paper, and
A note?
becomes the note.
How good is it? Is it good?
He's proficient. He's also
Damn.
muted. He's also muted, so we'll assume that he tells you how good it is. You're still muted.
You're so muted.
It says
Yeah.
on the painter supplies, according to Xanathar's guide, it says as part of a short or long rest, you can produce a simple work of art. Although it might lack precision, you can capture an image or scene, or make a quick copy of a piece you saw. So you can assume it's at least passable.
Other people fucking commission art for their DMs. This is the shit I get. In-game stick figures.
It's more than a stick.
Nah. Good.
For the listeners, this is what Sarah has in her hands is a charcoal sketch depicting her triumphantly standing over the decapitated vampire, sword held aloft and proud. And it is really rather wonderful. She will. Sarah has a sketch, but not a sketchbook, but like a notebook of her own, where she has been sort of doing things from time to time. She's going to carefully fold it back and put it in there. Obsidian wants me to note, she can feel how Obsidian feels like, Obsidian around this beautiful sketch. And she maybe remembers how Atticus used to steal Obsidian skills and smiles to herself. And then she's gonna look over at the sleeping Pip and Asher and Obsidian.
Pip seems to be twitching ever so slightly every few seconds in his sleep.
Like possessed by a demon kind of twitching, or just like peacefully sleeping?
Stop looking for it, man. Soon, my lord. They shall
Like
all
he's
suffer.
dreaming.
He's dreaming.
He's having a horrible dream of Sendax.
So
Send
Pip,
a colleague to him.
so Pip, as you're dreaming,
Oh god.
Oh, God.
flashes, horrible flashes jump to you occasionally of the land torn asunder, purple flame and energy raining down from the heavens or bursting up from great fissures, renting the earth, hiding behind trees, running, trying to cross the country at almost a stealthy dash, avoiding bands of undead and other strange creatures, avoiding the forest at all costs. And yeah, such recurring things jump to you fitfully throughout the night. That shut you up, didn't it? He's having a bad dream. Yeah, he fucking is. Here it is. But
At some point, he'll probably like startle himself awake and just be like, And depending on who is on watch at that time, he'll ask if they need
So,
someone to take over.
when you do awaken, the night has passed. Suldil has not woken anybody and seems to be maintaining camp, maintaining watch himself. Good morning.
Oh, you didn't wake anyone? Are you quite okay?
It was an uneventful night. I took what rest I needed. Havalan kept an eye out. Havalan is stoking a couple of sausages on the fire. You see that next to him is a rather large mess tin that has at least 40 sausages already cooked. But he just seems to keep going, cooking more and more sausages. It's like, would anybody care for sausages?
Yeah.
They are very delicious.
Thank you.
And like as you're taking them, it's just, he's been cooking enough of these and for so long that you can feel that some of them are like starting to cool. Like it's like, man, why didn't you fucking eat these? He just seems to enjoy the act of cooking. Of the many things I have missed, mortal food is always delightful. So flavoursome, so excitedly unhygienic. This is made from the waste meat of pigs and boars.
But it is delicious.
And like he just holds this big tureen up to anybody who wants to take a few sausages.
I'll definitely grab a sausage. Also, give me that long breast.
Yes, let me prompt a long rest. There's also a new day. Ba-ding.
If we go on our way quickly, we should be able to approach within the day. The quicker we get this done, the quicker we'll be safe. I don't know what happened at the end. I don't know what that mist was, but I do not care to find out.
So we must head up the elevator, and we're not far from Estine's locale.
Apparently so.
This is correct. There's an old dwarven mining forge. Very exciting.
A forge, you say?
Yes.
That is exciting.
Much mining used to happen in these mountains. In centuries gone by.
What sort of mining? Stone?
Mithril,
Gems?
mostly.
You could have said that before. I wonder if there'd be any... Well, I'd be too lucky to find a deposit.
How deep were they digging?
Too deep, I hear.
They were conservative. They did not overreach and overextend. It was renewable mining, so they were very, very careful. It mostly is in the mountain face, going up. More of a God of War 2018 mine as opposed to a Lord of the Rings mine.
Reassuring.
But these mountains mostly bare now. There's very little.
Bears? Oh, bear.
Oh,
The mountains.
in the
are-
lower lands, most assuredly.
Oh my.
I have seen you slow and attack undead skeletons. You cannot be afraid of bears.
Bears are very formidable, but obviously the best course of action, if where possible, would be to slow one down however one can and flee.
I will tell you something about bears. Riddled with parasites.
Yes.
I once ate a bear.
Ooh. Not good.
No,
Mm.
not good.
Maybe stick to boars next time, Hardline.
You would think, given the nature of boars, but they would be dirtier and more prone to disease and parasite. But this is not so. Bears, filthy. Never eat bear.
As they're getting ready for the morning, Pip is gonna get out of his scholar pack his spellbook, and then is going to just consider it a little bit, and then start to ritually cast detect magic.
What an awesome effect.
Yeah.
And yeah, just gonna observe, I suppose, a little bit, because I
I
think
feel
these
like
guys
you'd-
might be riddled with magic.
Yeah, I feel like you'd know. It's out of character. I feel like you know everything that the group has. You don't know the exact nature of the wands, but you know that they're magic, so them flagging up wouldn't surprise you. But yeah, you identify. Well, you notice the location of all the cool shit the party has. And just in case you had been in character suspicious, despite the unusual circumstances of his birth, you confirm that mink is indeed not magic. Other than what I
Okay,
don't
so everyone
think
send me a list of all their
there's-
magical items.
I don't. Well, you literally already know them all.
Yeah, but I don't know now. Nor can I remember.
But also, it wouldn't identify them for you, would it?
I can provide you a list. It's very long. It's the belt.
The bell.
I have the Helm of Underwater action and
Don't actually
Warrior's
tell him.
Passkey.
He's just wasting your time. He
I
knows
will
all
tell
this
him
shit.
the amount of things that ping
Yeah,
on
he's
me.
been here from session 1. You're like, you notice
I
my
don't
pants are glowing.
remember.
My pants
Is he
are
trying to
glowing.
steal him
That's
again
all
and
you
like
get.
run away like he did with Atticus? Just
Yeah,
like
this is
steal
just-
like
this isn't-
form out of.
This isn't Atticus. This is just
Obsidian
Monkey being like, I want to see
belt.
how much I can steal from a group of the
Right.
campaign.
Helm. Sword.
And the Passkey.
That's the sword.
The
right?
yeah.
Just those two
Also-
things?
Also, whip.
Oh, yes.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, whip. The Lash of Immolation. Sorry, it's because I'm attuned to 2. I thought it was only 2.
One thing I am unsure about is what's the status of Ebonstone Sentinel. I think we went through the breaking
the
of it at some
rod.
point. Yeah,
I have
okay,
the
so I
rod.
just remove it then.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. I'll just remove the thing.
Asher.
We're good.
Rod.
Damn it. Obsidian.
Anything else,
One.
Asher?
Hold on. One.
I'm also
I
curious if
have like
Havilanus will
7
deal.
things that ping on me.
That's a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like the potions don't. Do they potions? I mean,
No.
Oh, I have
Not the heal
4
pots.
things that ping on me.
Suldiel's sword glows. Nothing on. I thought nothing on Haviland himself wouldn't glow. I don't think.
He
He's a
pinked purple.
creature. What? Sorry.
He came up as when he cast the spell. We all had like a little purple dot over our heads.
Oh, that's just coincidence of the graphic, but just how it.
Oh,
went.
sure. Okay.
It's cool that you thought
Fine.
that happened, but it's just a big radial, like radar type effect.
The purple dot is anyone I target.
Yeah.
So I don't think Haviland himself glows, but you've seen that he's a dragon. But yeah, Suldiel's sword glows. Haviland just like, you are inspecting us.
Just keeping up practice, and I suppose information. Knowledge is power, they say. So good to know what everyone's packing.
Are you after power as well?
Only in the form of knowledge.
Hmm.
I have heard, but knowledge is power.
Exactly, Haviland. You get it.
Oh, some Atticus cracked through there. That was definitely more Atticus than Pip. You get it.
You get it. I'm
Oh.
I'm a little bunny rabbit.
He's gonna fuck with us. He's so fucking with us.
Gonna die.
Cindy just picks him up and off the mountain. Cool.
Emotionally bribe me with cute little charcoal drawings. Ah,
Do we set off?
yes, please.
You've already been to Wave Echo Cave in this campaign, Luca. It's where you fought Galavax and Ulan.
Only parts of it. Do we have another big mine map? Yeah.
So, you travel for only about another hour until you come to the end of the path. A large stone set of doors, which open surprisingly easy. And inside there is nothing except a large square chamber with a large glyph, single glyph of obviously dwarven design on the floor. When the group eventually decide to stand on it, I'm sure there's some sort of testing, you see the glyph over the course of about 20 seconds goes from being like an empty engraving on the floor, it starts to slowly glow light blue until once it's fully lit, and after about 20 seconds there's a jolt, and smoothly, clearly through magic, not through mechanism, the entire stone platform just begins to rise up. And you just see
Seda hits the floor. Like she's gonna like kneel down, one head on the stone.
yeah.
Just
And
like
the edges of a platform, although there's obviously space around you, it lifts up. It goes flush to wall. It isn't like a fall off and fall down. You see the stone at the edge. Anyone
There's
wants to
still-
reach out and touch it.
there's air between her and the floor. She does not like it. Does not like bridges. Does not like lifts. She just didn't know what a lift was.
If it's any comfort though, after a few seconds, she can't see the air. She just sees stone moving.
But she knows.
She
She knows. She knows. She knows there's air.
And yeah, and it starts to get warmer as you continue to rise. And we will pick up next week with this elevator coming to a halt. But yeah, that was us. We will be back next time. Goodbye.